Yo, what's up, tubes? So, I'm uploading a 2 hour long video, um, talking about the issue of guns in general. And, a final point to that I'd like to add, I might add, is that when it comes to gun issues in our country, people just choose to focus on the guns themselves. They don't focus on the other contributing factors, the mental health, the bullying, etc. Fuck the bullies, they're a bunch of assholes. You know, you can't let them get to you like that. You pull a mass shooting, you're just letting the bullies win. Even if you take a life, they still won. You know, and you're better than that, you know? Ask yourself, how would it feel if it happened to someone you cared about? Or if you were going through it? I'm just saying, YouTube. And sometimes you gotta examining all the contributing factors to the situation. If you choose to focus on one aspect of it, then you're not going to come up with a very good solution because you're so focused on pointing fingers at, well, you libtards hate guns, well, you radical Republicans support them too much. And it's like, Admittedly, my edgy sense of humor came into play with the video, and it made the video lighthearted to some extent, but it also addressed the issue on both sides. One of my Facebook friends posted something on Facebook that was anti-gun, and then one of her friends who supports guns got into a rather heated argument on Facebook about. Well, it really wasn't heated. It was just words exchanged. That's how it is when you argue on social media. It's just a bunch of bullshit words. I mean, I don't even get too political with it on YouTube, just because I can have a way of offending both sides, and not intentionally. But I'll just say this right quick: I've never seen a country so politically divided before. Holy shit! You know, you can't let the haters get to you. As soon as you do, these assholes are gonna dictate your life. I tell you what. Right now, YouTube, just hanging out on Discord, making a video for YouTube. I had the microphone muted the whole time. Freaking got her unmuted now. Yeah, buddy. You know, life has a way of just kicking you in the balls in the most unfair way possible, and sometimes all you can do is give it time to heal. And that's as real as it's gonna get for this video. Life has an ironic way of laughing at you in some way, shape, or form, and all you can do is laugh back. You ever watch a movie, whether it's a classic movie or a new movie, and it ironically betrays to a situation you're going through in real life, and you're like, oh, that's just too close to home, dude. I had one of those moments earlier, and I thought it was kind of funny. I forget what the movie was called, but it's irrelevant to which situation I'm talking about. I will say this, just one thing though. Jealousy makes people do some really nasty things. Jealousiness and stubbornness on top of it. You're too stubborn to admit you're jealous of my success as a troll, so you take it out by fucking with me. Just leave it at that. Kind of sad, actually. And despite the trolls fucking with me, Despite the trolls fucking with me, YouTube, I'm still sitting here making videos. Sorry about that. QuickTime froze up on me for a second. Leave it at that. But going back to the issue of guns in general, whenever we have the incidences that make them look bad in our country, people just focus on the guns. They don't focus on the shitty owners. And a point that I made was, look at pit bulls. Pit bulls get a bad reputation because of their owners. And sometimes the dog gets blamed for it when they shouldn't. And coincidentally, AR-15s are no different. I mean, some people are good with them and responsible with them, and some of them there are some people that just shouldn't have dogs. Tell you what, YouTube. I mean, my edgy sense of humor in the last video I uploaded, it might offend some people. Like, one of the jokes I made, in reference I should say, is there are some people who love guns so much that they keep the clip out of their gun, they put no bullets in it, but they duct tape a pocket pussy to the handle of their pistol so they can jack themselves off with their own gun. And then when they get done blowing a load in their pocket pussy, they load the clip up and shoot a paper target with it because they love guns. Or some shit like that. And I made some sarcastic comment that was a reference to a Ron White joke. I'm like, they jacked themselves off with their own gun while watching Roadhouse or some shit. It's a good movie, but it was just a really shitty attempt to make fun of people who love guns way too much. Some people are going to get offended by it. That's just the nature of our society. A lot of hot chicks in that movie, goddamn. Point being, YouTube, yeah. When we look at guns as a problem in general, you also have to look at what contributes to the problem. If all you do is focus on the guns themselves, then you're only coming up with a solution that's halfway there. The other half is what causes people to do the things they do. People in the media never focus on when a gun is used. They do sometimes, but most of the time whenever you hear about guns in the mass media, it's always about, dare I say, it's people getting killed by trigger-happy cops, people accidentally shooting themselves, people doing stupid shit like that, or pulling stupid shit like a mass shooting, you know. And it's sad that when these things happen in our society, but, you know, there are a lot of people who hate guns just because of the negativity that's associated with them. And when they focus on the issue at hand, it's just ban all guns instead of smarter gun control. Stricter gun control doesn't work. Look at alcohol prohibition. Look at pit bull owners. Pit bull owners get a bad name because of the way they raise their dogs. If you raise your dog to be aggressive, it gives pit bulls a bad name. And I've said that before, and I'm repeating myself in this video, but and the idea that if you're misinformed about guns, you're automatically labeled a liberal, and I don't know, dude. That's another thing that, like, you can be whatever political party you want. Information is subject to the person who studies it. And the point I made in my 2-hour rant video is, if you're going to talk about gun control and have a debate on guns, it would help to research them so you know what the fuck you're talking about. There are some politicians who literally think the AR-15s shoot 50 caliber bullets. That's how freaking dumb some people are. I'm like, you're gonna talk about gun control, but you don't even know what you're controlling. That's the thing of it. And when you're doing a video like that, that's 2 hours long and talks about these topics, people are gonna get sensitive to it. They're gonna get triggered by it. That's a really bad pun, I'm sorry. But that's just it. It's 2020. Everyone's offended. I felt like it started like late 2018, early 2019. People just started getting offended by everything. So they could call themselves a social justice warrior. I mean, we have the Black Lives Matter movement versus Milo calling everyone a racist. And just the amount of the either end of the spectrum, you know. Truth be told, there are some racial issues in our society that need to be addressed and fixed. But not everyone's a fucking racist. I'm so tired of that shit. I mean, I might have addressed that in my 2 hour long video that I made. Is still uploading to YouTube. The progress of that, however, is taking a minute. Is what it is. About 67% uploaded. As soon as that uploads, I'll upload this one. That's how I do. I had me a beer earlier. One was all I needed. I like to drink on occasion, but I don't have to drink all the time to have a good time, you know. There's a little bit of water to keep your kidneys hydrated. Drinking water is a great way to cure hangovers and prevent them. You drink some water before you pass out. It helps your kidneys hydrate the alcohol much quicker. Now you're probably asking yourself, who's this Milo person you speak of? This YouTuber, she was born a female, but she identifies as male, but she's also unsure of what gender she is. Because, why not? Some of the key characteristics that Milo has said, she thinks all men are pigs, and she basically accused everyone of being a racist for attacking her. Like, no one's attacking you because you're trans. They're attacking you because you're a trans bigot, but in a different kind. Oh, see what I did there? That was... yeah. And people just basically ignored that, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, and said, you know what? You figure your shit out. And I heard about that person once on a video and didn't think much of it. Like, okay, this person is just doing their thing. The first time I heard about Milo, they, as they like to be called, were getting a haircut, and they were offended, I guess, because the barber shop ask them, would you like a boy or a girl's haircut? I don't know what kind of barber shop you go to, but never in the history of getting a haircut has anyone ever asked me, what gender-based haircut would you like? No, they ask, hey, what are we doing today? Getting the hair dyed, trimming some off the top, what's going on? Talk to me. And if you're going to a barber shop that does that, then go somewhere else. That's just how I feel about it. Or better yet, learn how to cut your own fucking hair. There's a thought. So instead of whining because everyone's just, being gender based with your hair, blah blah blah. Now, in Milo's defense, gender basing and gender washing is actually a thing. The idea that blue is a boy's color and pink is a girl's color, that's classic gender washing at its finest. But there's times when it's not gender washing. And you can't speak for everyone's personal experiences, so they might have actually gone through that. But you got people who are offended because you don't identify their proper pronouns. And I'm like, do you hear yourself right now? With all the shit that's going on in our world right now, do you seriously hear yourself right now? Holy fuck. And that's the thing of it. This is a problem with racism. Yes, it does exist in every race, and it is a problem in our society. But not everyone's a fucking racist. I feel like assuming everyone's racist is just going to add to that race-baiting hate that our society feeds off of. And sometimes I feel uncomfortable saying it like it is, because that's just, oh, god damn it. I mean, there are layers to this that I'm not even going to get into, because it's just not worth it. But going back to the gun control issue, if all you choose to focus on is the negativity that guns provide, never the positive benefits to protecting yourself and protecting your family, this idea of, oh, you should hide a bunch of guns around the house just in case. That's dumb, because if someone breaks into your house and they see it while you're asleep, they're like, oh, fuck yeah, free gun. Whoop, I'm gonna take that. So if you have a family, keep it by your bedside and like safe with a combination that only you know. So that way, someone breaks in, I heard a noise, what was that? They had 1 second. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Okay, what do we want to use here? Let's use this one. Fucking creep downstairs and you see the asshole trying to break into your house, and you pepper him with some rock salt. I mean, there were so many talking points with this video response that I did earlier. It ended up being 2 hours long, and I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. If it changes things for the better, then good. I did something. I made my voice be heard. I didn't just sit there and do nothing. And some of you are going to watch it and go, oh, geez, Cobra, that's really too far to prove your point. And some of you are going to go, you know what, that's fair, actually. Yeah. I will say this based off of personal experience: tactical soap rocks. Even if you're not getting any, you can wear it around your friends and you leave, you know, yeah. Who's to say what's not to say? That's cool too because you introduce people to this concept. They're like, wait a minute, a soap that makes you smell irresistible to women? Fuck yeah! Link will be in the description box below through the Grondike Soap Company affiliate link using coupon code KingCobra, all letters in caps, no spaces, just the word King Cobra. King Cobra will get you 10% off your next order. And buying through that affiliate link helps me make some change at the side, saves you some money, and helps me earn some money, and it gives you a badass product. And yes, they do international shipping. It might cost more for international shipping depending on how much you get, but it's worth every penny. I mean, for years, people have been trying to develop a cologne or some kind of product that makes men smell attractive to women. Because traditionally speaking, men, we smell gross. Let's be real, okay? Men, we stink sometimes. Humans stink in general, and women have thousands of products without pheromones that make them smell pretty. They get men to notice them. That's just it. The amount of deodorants and perfumes that women have to make them smell pretty for men, they've always been the masters of seduction. So now having tactical soap evens the playing field because all is fair in love and war. So why not grab up a bar of tactical soap and have the tactical advantage? Yeah. It doesn't guarantee you'll get laid, but it guarantees you'll smell irresistible to the ladies. I'll tell you what. And a shipment is on the way. Tactical Soap updates me on the emails when I get it. When I get it delivered to my apartment, and I get both of them, I ordered them both the same day, so they should arrive on the same day, hopefully. Um, that being said, when I get my Tactical Soap products in the mail, I'm going to do a review of them. If they're out of the Bond Musk, they'll send me 2 extra bars of Bond soap. I'm cool with that too. This revolutionary new product, a lot of people are hearing about it going, dude, what? A soap that makes men smell irresistible to women and helps lesbian women find other lesbian women. What voodoo magic is this? This is no black magic. This shit's the real deal, dude. Of course, so is magic, but that's a different topic altogether. Tactical soap, what sorcery is this? I don't know, YouTube. When you're talking about certain topics, there's always a counter argument on some arguments. It doesn't work for all arguments. And this is a point that I made earlier. A lot of the fear towards guns is based off of two things: personal experience and all the tragedies surrounding them. And Republicans have always said that cars kill more people than guns do. And the liberals, or should I say anti-gunnies, because there are some Republicans who are against them too, to be fair. Um, I mean, that's just it. When you're talking about guns and gun control in our country, it's a very touchy subject. Both sides get riled up. One side supports guns, the other side hates them, but both sides equally hate gun violence. So that's just it. And that was the whole point of that rant video that I made earlier. And the other point I'm making is if you're talking about gun control, don't just focus on guns as the issue. Focus on why people are hurting each other for no stupid reason other than they're pissed off or whatever, you know. It's sad, really. You're chilling out in the midnight hour on a cool Sunday evening. I'm gonna wrap this political video up, and you can choose to disagree with me if you want to. That's fine, you know. But having different opinions is how we get the ideas and the culture we have today. People share ideas and concepts, and that's how the culture around us evolves. The first human beings, well, they discovered certain things like this berry is okay to eat, this berry you don't want to eat it, this fruit's okay to eat, you don't want to eat this. If you do this, this, and that, this happens. They discovered how to hunt for animals, make fire, and sew clothing out of animal skin, using animal bones and sharp sticks and stones as tools. Primitive at best, but it was enough to get the job done. And they passed this knowledge on to other humans as they were born. And then they discovered more things and passed their knowledge on, so on and so forth. How do you think humans survived this long without going to Walgreens or Walmart or Albertsons to get groceries and prescription drugs? They discovered that certain plants had healing remedies, so they had to become in tune with Mother Earth's natural remedies. So herbal medicine was the way to do it for how humans survived this long, and that's something to really make you think. Then the Chinese discovered gunpowder, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, you can make badass fireworks with these. And then they started using gunpowder for other things, and basically evolved from shooting each other with cannons to shooting each other with smaller, more compact, you know. The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. If the good guy's got a stone because he's a good Christian, but the bad guy's got a gun, good guy shouts some Bible quote at him, he who cast the first stone, and then chucks it at him, and the stone misses, the bad guy's going to be laughing their asses off at that shit. I'll tell you what. And I'm not trying to pick on Christians when I say that, but, you know, if the bad guy has a gun and the good guy has a gun, the good guy having a gun is like a firefighter having a hose to put out a fire safely. I don't know. I try to come up with these talking points that make people go, you know what? That kind of changed my perspective on some things. They get off of social media for a minute and they start doing a lot of thinking, having a conversation like, damn, bro. We should call this a night video and be done with it, YouTube. I'll leave the YouTube studio open so we can get that political rant I did earlier uploaded. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching this here night video, and I will catch you cool cobras later. Subscribe for more awesome red pill rants, and stay vigilant and stay woke.